beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of September right through the end of October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first, and then I'm going to follow it with a Celtic cross of who is coming your way. So let us see what's going on there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show them what they are meant to see? Okay, now, I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading, and they're actually showing me a safety pin. So either some of you are literally just picking up a safety pin, or you just bought a safety pin, or perhaps you have a tattoo of a safety pin. I feel it really actually indicates a secure relationship coming in, a protective relationship. I mean, please take it as it resonates. I mean, look, you got the dog there at the end, which represents loyalty. So it may even be when you meet this new person, there is a conversation about a safety pin. I know it sounds really random and weird and like it's never going to happen, but these signs and symbols actually mean something, and over the next coming months, you'll actually notice things slot into place. So when you meet someone new, on a date, you could actually have a conversation about the safety pin, like they needed a safety pin to put something together, or perhaps they actually have a tattoo that has a safety pin logo. I mean, so please take it as it resonates. They're just showing me that right now, so I can't give you anything more than that. So I just want you to be aware that that's the image that I see. How would you like to receive? Okay. Now, this is your starting position and your crossing position. Your first card there is the mouse. Now, this represents your protagonist energy. There are shortages of anybody that interests you at this moment in time. The mouse can represent, a scarcity of opportunity when it comes to love. It can also indicate that you have been disappointed in love and very cautious as a result of a previous experience. And some of you, not all of you, I'm picking up a small percentage of you, around about, I'd say 16-17% energy coming through right now, that some of you have been a little bit unwell, or you've been going through something very difficult in life, and your focus has been really on healing and trying to get back to best. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you've been struggling with anything, my beautiful Cancerians. Things do get better. I definitely see a brighter future for you to look forward to there. But for the majority energy that I'm feeling, the mouse, of course, it's number 23. When you reduce it, 2 plus 3 is 5, which is an indication of struggle or conflict. And for some of you, I'm getting an energy of feeling really drained with thinking about love or wanting to put yourself out there, because you may feel it's a very oversaturated environment where it's just really difficult to find someone who is honest, who's loyal, who is on the same page as you, who offers you a love that you can offer another person. Because remember, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And you may be meeting people in the past who drained your energy or who did not offer a reciprocal love. Because looking at your starting position, you've got the King of Cups. You have the highest love of all to offer. You have a beautiful heart. It is huge. And you are so lovable. And I want you to be aware that there is a high level commitment coming in for you, but I can see that some of you have struggled with trust issues, or perhaps even with just worrying that perhaps love is not going to come in for you because it is scarce. okay? And with the mouse energy as your protagonist energy, I feel that some of you have been hiding yourself away a little bit. Some of you have been in hermit mode. You may have been focusing on projects or responsibilities, and your intention was not to hide yourself away. You've just had lots of responsibilities on your shoulders, and you found it difficult to meet somebody because you just don't have time, or you just feel like there's just nobody out there anyway who's sparking your attention or brings in that level of chemistry that you're looking for. Things have been difficult when you get the mouse energy. Now, your resistance position, we've got the Child. Now, that represents new beginnings. So some of you have felt a little bit stuck in a rut because it's in the resistance position. It's in the reverse there. So some of you have been yearning for new experiences in your world, but you may have felt you haven't had the opportunity to be bold and get out there and try new experiences. Also, you may have met very immature people in the past who perhaps did not offer you the depth of love that you require in a relationship. Now, we can meet a person and we can fall in love with that person, but it doesn't mean that we're on the same page as that person. So I feel some of you may have met people or tend to attract people who are a little bit younger, who perhaps don't know what they want. They feel a little bit like wishy-washy. And I feel that you're actually calling in a new love right now. There is a new beginning here for you. There's a new adventure opening up in love. And it's quite exciting for you, actually, this stage for you when it comes to love. But also what I see here with the Child is that some of you may be going through, past experiences that you've had in order to process them and heal from them. And this can extend right through to childhood. So for example, if you were bullied when you were younger, it may have knocked your confidence. It may have made you feel that you were not enough, or in some way gave you a warped sense of what you offer when it comes to love. And these experiences, whilst they can shape us and they may have to some degree influence the way that we operate in love, I feel like you are trying to let go of the past in order to live in the moment and embrace a brand new future where you have confidence, where you actually know that you are enough and that you are lovable, because you're a gift when it comes to love, okay? Because you have such a beautiful, loyal, loving heart there. And you deserve a loving, secure relationship in return. And I see that's what's happening for you here as well. Now, some of you, not all of you, you already have a child or children, and you have a lot of commitment to your children. So it's really important to recognize that time may be a factor, but I do see that you're going to be able to get yourself out there to meet somebody new. And I feel you're meeting someone on your terms. They're not there to be a child's parent. They're not, or your child's parent. They're not there to replace anybody in your life. They're there to be a welcome addition in your life. And I see you attracting someone who is loyal, who is kind and loving, and is not just a lover, but also a friend, someone who understands your position. So if you have children, I definitely see someone coming in who basically is a welcome addition to your life, okay? Now, for those of you who don't have children, I definitely see that some of you may have been unprepared to be single for quite some time. You may have felt that you have certain expectations that have not been met in love, and I feel there's this energy of being bereft. So you may have been out of the dating scene for a while, or you may have been in hermit mode for a while. And now that you're deciding to focus a little bit more on love, you may feel a little bit out of your depths. Like when you get back in the dating scene, sometimes it can feel like overwhelming. It can feel that you're inexperienced. You're like, well, where do I start? So I definitely get a sense here with the fish and the dog energy, because you are going to meet someone new. The fish represents, you being in the flow, smoothly entering the dating scene, or really smoothly attracting someone who will end up being a high-level commitment. And of course, the dog represents loyalty, someone who is a soulmate. In the Lenormand deck, the dog represents a soulmate, someone that you can rely on, someone who offers a supportive, protective space to be your wonderful, authentic self, where you can trust them, and they are dependable, and they're not just a lover or a partner, they're a friend as well. So I definitely see that you're attracting someone at this time. It's going to be a surprise, because the fish, whilst it represents abundance, it actually also connects to the Page of Cups, which is is a surprise love opportunity or your love dreams becoming a reality. So I definitely see there be connecting to somebody new, and we'll see how far in the future that's going to be, because I feel like it's not too far away, but let's just have a look first. Your starting card is the King of Cups. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, what I've been telling everybody, because there's a new addition to my readings, it seems, my guides are giving me like a very old writing sentence in the water. Like it's italic writing. It seems to be very old English writing, using words like doth and hath and words that I would never use. Okay, and there's a sentence coming up for you. Each reading for the singles has come up with a sentence. They're all unique, and I've looked them up online, and none of them are prose or poems or anything that exists online. So these are very unique sentences that are coming through the readings, especially for you to pay attention to or take note of. So what they're showing me now for you, and it's written very much in italic, sepia type writing is what I see for you. It could even be like a fountain pen type writing. It says here, two who have loved and lost shall find true hearts in each other. Wow, that's wonderfully romantic. I'm actually going to look it up to see if it is a poem or a text or some sort of prose, or if it features anywhere on the internet, see if I can locate it. But all the other ones I can't. So this is very unique, and I'll look it up though to see. But that sentence is literally indicating that two people perhaps who have had previous relationships that disappointed, or it could even be two people who've been divorced, or it doesn't have to be divorce though, but the Hierophant actually could really indicates that. It's a crossing card, so it can mean that this person you're about to meet was in a high-level commitment as well in the past, and they got burnt, they got badly hurt, they separated from somebody, and I feel like they've been soul-searching for quite some time, and they're learning a lot of lessons, and I feel like they appreciate love because they know what it's like to lose it. So that sentence is actually really relevant to this spread so far, and I haven't even got the rest of your cards yet. The Hierophant can indicate high-level commitment. You may be able to attract somebody, but for long term has been difficult. So some of you, as I said, have been in high-level commitments in the past. You may have had a separation that has knocked your confidence or made you feel disappointed in love and made you feel a little bit disoriented. But with the Hierophant in this position, it indicates that true love can be yours again, and that this time it's for life, okay? Because the Hierophant is the marriage card. It's a bond between two people who take a very conventional, old-fashioned, romantic look on life and love, but also that your expectations will be met. Okay, the Hierophant also tells me that you have been going through an intense period of personal development, and some of you may have lost faith in love, but I feel like your faith in love will be restored with this card as well. Some of you may have sought guidance. You may have, looked at self-help books or, online dating things on videos, or you may have just been going through some healing and some counseling perhaps for previous experiences. Doesn't have to be connected to love, but I feel that you're actually planting roots. You're learning more about yourself, and I feel like you're rediscovering parts of yourself that you feel like you've neglected over the years, because now you're putting your own needs first, and that's not a selfish act. That is preparing space to be open to love that is healthy and true. Okay, so also when you got the Hierophant there, and as you can see, there's an owl, and they're informing that little one that's sitting on the branch. So about like family lineage, ancestry. So some of you may be looking at patterns from the past that perhaps your parents or guardians experienced, and you may see how it may have influenced how you operate in love. So if you grew up in a very turbulent environment, that is your first foundation of what it means to love, and or whether you had a parent or guardian who cheated, that may also bring in trust issues. So I feel some of you are really looking at the past and trying to make sure that although you've learnt lessons from the past through previous experiences, I feel like you're not allowing it to hinder you moving forward in love. Now I'm just going to get the rest of your Celtic cross to see who is coming your way, what's going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? How do you like to receive? Thank you so much. We've got the Four of Swords there as well. It's interesting that you got the Child. Oof, I've got to go get that card. Oh, there it is, actually. It's not too far. It's interesting how you got the Child card in the Resistance position, which connects to the Fool energy, which is about a new start, opening yourself up to new experiences, exploring outside your usual parameters when it comes to love. And your near circumstances, you got the Fool card. So I feel like you're going to open yourself up to something wonderfully new. Let's see your outcome energy. There's the Ace of Cups, so there's new love entering your life. So I can definitely feel it. It's a loyal union. And the Nine of Cups, your wishes fulfilled. The fish in the Lenormand deck represents your wishes. It represents, you know, opportunity coming towards you. And this is something that you manifested, okay? So what is below you? This is about balance. A lot of you have been focusing on your projects, focusing on your true life's purpose, your mission in life, and this card is really about you searching for life's meaning. So a lot of you have been going through an intense period of personal discovery, and the Temperance card, this card in particular, when I look at this card and you're crossing energy with the Hierophant, it's telling me that you're focusing on wanting a love that sticks around, not someone who leaves. So you may have had previous experiences where someone that you got very deeply involved with let you down, okay? Because, you know, there's two birds there, okay? And one's leaving and the other one's staying by your side. So you're actually calling in someone who is with you for the long term. And I feel like you're letting go of anyone who doesn't vibe at the same frequency as you, who doesn't value you, who didn't see your value from the very beginning. And with the Temperance card, I feel like you've been patiently waiting for new love. I feel like you've not been, you know, actively pursuing it or seeking it with any obsessive energy or anything. I feel like it's nice that it will come into your world, but I feel right now that you're trying to focus on keeping balance in your own life, focusing on your finances, your projects, and, you know, trying to navigate a very difficult world. And I feel right now you've been in a period of meditation or, you know, really resting or recuperating or healing from something, and you may be very cerebral at this time, where you're just thinking about past situations in order to process them, release them, get closure on them, and stand true in your power and kind of, you know, get your confidence back is what I see here as well. Now in the past we've got the High Priestess, and notice how she's peeping out from behind the curtain. The High Priestess can represent caution. So it can mean that you're very cautious in love because you're a very sensitive person, but also you have a lot of love to give. And you are a gift, okay? That King of Cups indicates what an incredible heart you have. The starting position indicates that you have so much love to offer, so much support, so much empathy and kindness, and that you are lovable. And I feel there may have been a previous journey that you embarked on that was difficult, but this right now you're actually attracting the big love journey, the journey of love that you're meant to take with a soulmate. And I feel with the King of Cups that you're taking a risk on love once more. And as you can see here, this figure is like in the past cautiously thinking about launching that ship, that journey. Ships represent journey in Tarot. And I feel some of you have been hiding yourself away. Not on purpose. I feel like you have been focusing on your responsibilities, on tasks, and just getting your life in order. But I feel you've been hesitant. And some of you during this time have been focusing on developing your spiritual gifts, really connecting to your inner wisdom and your intuition. And I feel deep, deep down, your subconscious mind is whispering at you from the sidelines saying, get out there, you know, shine your light, be your wonderful self. And with the Knight of Wands there, I feel like there's an energy of you wanting to be bold and have new adventures. And, you know, yes, you're independent. Yes, you're headstrong. But also, I feel you have a vision of you being in a high level commitment with somebody new. And you will fulfill that destiny, is what I see there as well. Now, also with the High Priestess energy, some of you may have trust issues. You may have had experiences in the past where someone was not completely honest, and it may have shaken you to the core. I see that you're healing that, especially with the Four of Swords. Now, not everybody is going to have experienced that, but it's coming out a little bit there. So I'm feeling about 30% energy of that. So I just have to address it when it's quite a high energy spike, because I read energies. But the Four of Swords indicates that some of you have got really comfortable with being alone, because that's your experience right now. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because I do see that there, with the Ace of Cups, there is new love coming in your way. Someone who's going to capture your attention. But I don't see here that you're really focused on loneliness. Okay, I feel like you've become, let me get my teeth back in my mouth. I feel like you've become comfortable with being very independent and not needing anybody, because you don't need anybody. I feel like you want somebody. Okay, now the Four of Swords also is you taking a break. So some of you have literally taken a break from dating or putting yourself in a position to meet new love, because you're trying to get your head straight. You're trying to find clarity in your own world, and I feel like there's a need here to take care of yourself. So I do see that you're being protected at this time. And I also feel like you're going to be guided towards someone new, but you're in a period of reflection. And when I mean you're getting comfortable with, you know, being on your own or uncertainty, as you can see, the moon there, it kind of represents uncertainty, caution, intuition, your dreams. And this figure is literally sleeping on the moon, the crescent moon. And this figure could just fall off, but is trusting that they're not going to fall off, because you're starting to recognize that you are supported by the universe and that the universe has your back. And I feel you're going to be guided towards someone who brings an immense sense of peace into your world, because love, whilst it is passionate and it's intense, it actually brings a level of peace. When you're with the right person, you know that you're secure. And I feel that's what you're calling in right now. And with the Fool card, I feel there's a brand new start opening up to you. At the moment, I can't really see where you're going to meet this person, but I feel like you may meet them doing something that you're passionate about, a hobby or a job or something that you invest a lot of energy, time, and, you know, your vitality into, your energy source. But I will pull a card on it in a moment. Now, we've got the near future position is the Fool card, a brand new experience, taking a chance on love, taking that leap of faith, shall we say, and a fresh hope coming into your love life. This is the beginning of something. Now, the Fool card, it indicates you have a lot of potential to meet someone new, okay? But you need to take the first step. This is the beginning. So all that has gone on before, all that cautious energy, anything that didn't work out is being left in the past, because this is a time for optimism and knowing that the universe will provide, and that the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes for you to open up to a new experience. And as you can see, there's a lot of indications here about the size of the journey, shall we say. So for example, there's a small ship there, which indicates you may have had a previous experience in love, but it's nothing in comparison to what is coming. The big love journey, the romantic opportunity to be in a high level commitment, it's like this big love story is going to be launched very, very soon for you. And as you can see in the Fool card here as well, she's got a small buttercup, but there is a bigger buttercup on offer. And it's a risk to come out of a comfort zone in order to obtain that. So I feel timing is everything when you're feeling right to get yourself out there, because if some of you have been unwell, the Four of Swords represents you healing and getting back to best before you're ready to put yourself in a position to open up to love. Some of you may have a lot of work on, or you've got a lot of responsibilities on your plate right now, and you need to focus on those things, getting your world in order before you welcome in a new addition in love. But the universe, when the moment is right, You will be in the right place to meet the right person at the right time, okay? But the Fool card indicates you're going to explore uncharted territory. You're going to do something different that you haven't done before. You're going to take an alternative approach to putting yourself in a situation to meet new love. Now, looking at the Knight of Wands there, it kind of indicates to me that you're actually going to go on either some sort of new adventure, or you're going to do something new that you have a desire to do, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a vision of you learning something. You following your passions leads you into the arms of this person. I mean, even if for some of you, it could be that you want to join the gym. I definitely see that you're doing something that you haven't been doing for a long time. And I'm just going to pull a card on that energy. Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands indicates you have a lot on your plate right now. You may have overextended yourself. You're tired. I feel that you're even like tired of the dating scene. You feel overloaded. And the Ten of Wands is like creating space for a new beginning. And especially since you got the Fool card, which is a new beginning, I feel some of you are looking at everything that you're connected to right now and trying to disconnect from things that no longer belong in your life, or people, situations that you've outgrown or evolved away from. And I feel that you're releasing all that to open yourself up to new experiences. Now, we've got the Queen of Cups. Look, so this new experience, whatever this is, it's going to put you in alignment with your soulmate. So we do have the Page of Swords, which is to have a new idea, or to be curious, to investigate who is out there. Some of you may even meet someone new online, but ultimately with the Empress card in the mix, I feel this could be like an older friend that you go out with or communicate with, and they are a person who will invite you to something where you will meet this new person. But it could also indicate that you've been learning about value and how you have a lot to offer. Male or female, it's not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. And the Empress represents not neglecting your own needs. It represents you nourishing yourself, putting your own needs first, which is not a selfish act. Because remember, in order to, exchange a cup of love with another person, your cup of love has to be full of love for yourself, of harmony, of respect, of value. And when you exchange the cups, you are vibing at a frequency of the person that you meet. You want their cup to be filled the same, so that you can be on the same path. So I feel you've been learning to love yourself and value what you bring to the table of love and life, because you are a gift, okay? So some of you may even feel the call to get out into nature, so you may even book a vacation, or, the Empress is a call to have pleasure, to have fun, to give yourself permission to enjoy life, because life can get pretty serious sometimes, especially when you're in the Ten of Wands energy, where you have a lot on your shoulders. So I feel the pressure is to be released, and for you to connect to things that you enjoy. And if you can't work out what it is that makes you happy, then of course it's time for you to pause and really reflect, so that you can reconnect to yourself again, because it may be that you've disconnected from your sense of self and you have to rediscover parts of yourself. Ultimately, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is a call for you to implement self-care, that you are a healer and you are becoming more emotionally secure in your situation, but also it is an indication that you are worthy of love and respect. And I feel you are secure in that knowingness. And it really represents whatever new thing you're doing or new experience you're having, or even if it's an invitation. I can't see an invitation here right now. It could be like a friend asking you to go somewhere with them, but it's like not an official invitation. That's not what I'm seeing right now. But as you can see here, we've got a match. King and Queen of Cups, the highest love that love has to offer in a couple. So I do feel that you're attracting your soulmate at this time, and it comes through a new experience that you do. So whether you feel called to follow your passions, do something bold and daring, this figure is literally jumping through a hoop of fire. Okay, and really interesting, perhaps you're going to attract a Virgo at this time as well, because I just did the Virgo reading and an image that came up for the Virgos was a horse, and you're getting in your advice to yourself right now you're getting a card that has a horse on it, so that may be relevant in some way. But the Knight of Wands is to be bold, to be daring, to do something different, to trust in your vision, that you can make your dreams become a reality, and that you are unstoppable. You're very independent, you're very creative, you're very talented. And this is to be, you know, brave, to change your circumstances by taking the initiative. But it's also a card of adventure and exploring outside the parameters that you have already. Some of you may feel called to travel, or, I mean, it could be a call for you to be creative. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you want to, you know, learn horse riding, or you want to connect to nature more. But I definitely see with the Knight of Wands there, some of you, it's like your lust for life is returning. Okay, so if you've felt a little bit dormant for a while, you may have felt unmotivated to see who's even out there at the moment, I feel your lust for life is returning. And some of you may be feeling that you want to connect to like someone on a superficial level. You know, some of you, I feel like there's a potential for a fling if you really want one. But with the Ace of Cups present and the dog present as the outcome energy, I feel deep down you're looking for someone who is with you long term, who brings loyalty, who you can trust to walk this journey of life and love with, okay? Now we do have the Tower. This is your external circumstances, which means you're going to be surprised. But also the Tower represents not holding on to anything that is not stable. So if you are connected to or have memories of a person or a situation that did not value you or does not offer a solid foundation in love, it's all going to come crumbling down. And you're going to look at what you got left. And if that's nothing, then I feel like it's time for you to move on from that, because there's something more rewarding heading in your direction. Someone who's going to love you in the way that you deserve. The Tower also represents liberating yourself out of a very stuck situation. So if you feel like you've been going round and round in circles and nothing is, you know, changing in your circumstances, suddenly you're going to have a major breakthrough. Also, the Tower can represent a prison. So if you feel like, you know, you've got to that level of complacency where you're really comfortable in life, you get up in the morning, you have your routine, you do what you normally do, then you go home, maybe sit in front of the TV for a bit, or whatever it is that you do, because everyone's going to do something different. If you feel like you've got to that level of being stuck in a rut, the Tower represents change, a sudden epiphany, a realization of how you can come out of that stuck energy. So I really feel, and I'm going to pull a card on it, it's covered by the Ace of Cups. So love is going to be a surprise for you. Just like I felt with the overarching energy, the fish connects to the Page of Cups, which is a surprise. You know, your dreams of love surprisingly becoming a reality. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that. Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is really a card of, you know, patiently investing and waiting for the one, but also checking in with your progress, trying to find an alternative strategy if you feel like the one you've got right now isn't working. Also, the Seven of Pentacles is like only investing in a situation where you feel it's worth it, where you feel deeply connected to it. Now we've also got the Three of Cups there, which is about getting out there, having fun with friends. And again, I feel this energy of perhaps a friend like invites you to something. It's not an official invitation, but they may like say, come along and do something. But the Three of Cups is like community. So if you can't think of a friend who's going to invite you somewhere and you're searching for your soul tribe, I feel some of you are connecting more to community events to integrate yourself more and meet new people. And where you share fun, laughter, this is where you'll meet this person, okay? But I feel like it's you following your passions. Ah, I love it. The Page of Cups. So it's the same energy that I was picking up from the overarching energy there as well. Page of Cups is someone new. Pages represent new energy coming into your life. Some of you may even be doing volunteer work or helping a friend out with something. Or you may feel called to learn about something that you love or are passionate about. And this is where you'll meet this person. But ultimately, the Page of Cups is communication between you and someone new that will lead to a romantic, passionate connection. And the Six of Wands tells me that this person truly sees you. that you take the initiative to put yourself in a situation to follow your passions. And this person, they want to get to know you better. They want to dig a little bit deeper. You stand out in the crowd to this person. As soon as this person sees you, they only have eyes for you, is what I'm seeing here with this Six of Wands. And I mean, for some of you, it could be where you compete or do something where you win something. So, I mean, that could be like, if you like bowling or golf or darts or I don't know, whatever it is that you love doing. It could be that you're in a place where there's competition and you win something. So ultimately, they're indicating a surprise love entering your life. Now, we also have the Ace of Cups here. So there's going to be someone who captures your attention. The Ace of Cups is the start of romance, an opportunity for love to grow. And there's a lot of potential here for it to turn into a high-level commitment of marriage, because that's your crossing card. So that tells me there's a real potential here for this new love to move towards marriage or settling down. If you don't want marriage, then of course it's whatever you want, but there's ultimately a commitment here coming in. And the fear in this position, I feel, is that you fall in love, lay it all on the line, and then you get disappointed. But I actually see with the Nine of Cups as your outcome position and the Fool card, this is the start of something new that is a wish come true in love. So I feel like you will not be disappointed in love. This is a new person who's coming in, and you're really highly attracted to this person, and this person cannot keep their eyes off you either. So there's a lot of chemistry here with you and this new person that's coming in. Also, I'm getting unconditional love. Okay, this person, they support you in everything, and vice versa. Even when the going gets tough in life, this person is going to be there to pick you up. And again, vice versa. So I feel this is someone who's going to stick around. And again, they're showing me the safety pin. So there's something either about a conversation regarding a safety pin, or it indicates that this is going to be a long-term relationship. You can feel secure in this connection. The Nine of Cups tells me this is a love wish being delivered to you. You're going to feel really fulfilled in this relationship, and you're going to have a really good life with this person as well. The Nine of Cups is basically your wishes coming true and complete love, total support, and commitment. Okay, an achievement of a desire, and the desire is the King of Cups. Okay, you start with the King of Cups, so your desire is to find the highest love of all, and the Nine of Cups tells me your wish will come true. Okay, so all cards seem to point towards a very high-level commitment relationship that even if you're feeling shy, this person, there's something about them, they just feel really comfortable to be with. Okay, so even if you're meeting this person online, there's just a way about this person. They feel really comfortable to express how you're feeling. They're not going to run away when the going gets tough. This person sticks around. Okay, and that sentence that came up earlier about the two hearts who've, I think it said loved and lost. I feel this person appreciates love because they know what it feels like to put their whole heart on the line and have it smashed to the ground. So I feel this person has survived a very difficult experience in life, and I feel you both bond in a way that perhaps you've never bonded with anyone else in the past. So this deck here, this is a final card I'm getting for you. It's not about love. It's about the space in between, the things that you've perhaps been focusing on or need to focus on during this time. We've got protection, cave, and we've also got solitariness, desert. So that's why that energy of you being comfortable, being on your own, has come up there in that reading. Even in a different deck, it's coming up there. So as you can see, this figure is on a swing in the desert. So you've been learning to enjoy your own company and, you know, loving your single life. But also, as you can see there, birds in tarot, they tend to represent community or communication. You know, it's important not to spend too much time alone. Time alone is important, of course, but you also need to integrate yourself more and connect to new experiences. It's number 13 which of course is the Death card energy, which is transformation, change. Also, it's about, breaking out of old habits and embracing a new beginning. So it is a harbinger of transformation, this card. Now, solitariness, desert. Some of you may have felt that you've literally been in a desert and you're thirsty for a high-level commitment, but you felt really parched and there's no one about. And I feel like you've been learning the difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely. And you're starting to feel confident in spending time alone. And this is one of the lessons that you were meant to learn, okay? And once you get comfortable with that, because you're a very resilient person, I feel like you've gone through some difficult things and you've been very flexible and adapted to change and difficult circumstances. But now I feel like you're actually going to find a person who resonates with what you've gone through. And now it's time for fun. Now it's time to embrace your inner child and open yourself up to a new experience in love. Because I feel like you won't be solitary for long. That's what I feel in this reading for you. Also, we've got protection, cave. Okay, now some of you have been in a protective measure. You may have been hurt in the past, but that is where you find growth. Okay, everybody experiences some level of difficulty or pain in order to break us open to a new beginning where we feel more empathy on the other side and more spiritually enlightened. You've got number 17, which is really an indication for you to shine your wonderful light, and that, because it's the star energy, but hope will return to your love life. And also the star represents you being in alignment with a wish that's going to be delivered, okay? But it's also about letting yourself be seen. Now, if you have been in your protective cave and you decide to stay there, then this is exactly what will become of you, okay? It'll be in a solitary energy. Of course, if you connect to the internet and you put yourself out there and connect online, then of course you will find love that way as well. But it's just like a cautionary tale to come out of your comfort zone in order to embrace new experiences, and by association, you will find new love. I always say that, love's not going to smash through your window, roll on the floor, and join you on the sofa. Sometimes we got to take a step towards meeting love. I'd be very alarmed, actually, if love flew in my window and joined me on the sofa. So I feel it's important to recognize you need to come out of a comfort zone, okay? Out of that protective cave. Now, I'm just seeing if there's anything more with this card before I get you a trinket. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. They're giving me this very important message. You are loved and you are protected in all your endeavors. Know yourself. Taking silent time is good for your mental health, but also after periods of time where you have been alone, it's important to come out of your solitary energy and connect to people and experiences around you. It will transform your life for the better. Okay? So, very important message there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Okay. What have we got? We got a lot here, actually. We have a clock. Okay? So, this is about divine timing. A clock may also be relevant in some way. Oh, I'm being given a song. One moment, please. Oh, wow, this is a really old song. Okay, you're everything I hoped for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Okay, so this is a very famous song by Joe Cocker, I want to say, and I think it's called You're So Beautiful to Me or something like that. Now, this is a song that may be relevant because you may hear this on the radio, or it may play in the mall, or if someone's driving past you, you may hear it as their car passes. So please take it as it resonates. This song is an indicator for you that new love is coming. Aha, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They said correct it to true love. Not just new love, but true love is coming for you. And it's right on time, it said. Now, you may disagree with that. You may be like, well, I've been waiting for a long time. It should have been here by now. We do have an apple, which represents, of course, healthy love, but also it can represent temptation. So I'm not seeing any temptation here for you. I see you processing a lot of experiences. Some may have been toxic. You've been learning to value yourself and erect higher boundaries. Okay, but ultimately, the apple it represents health. So a healthy relationship coming on in. I mean, there may even be a connection between this person and, the Big Apple, for example. Or, I mean, we've also got a hand here. And it says handmade. So some of you may be doing something creative that puts you in a position to meet this new person. Also, there's a saying, when someone comes to you with open hands, they're really honest. So it's an open hand. So I just needed to mention that. It's so uncanny. There's 2 trinkets here. They are keys. Okay, this is wonderful. 2 keys, and they are very, very similar. And they both look like they've got hearts on the top there. One in particular looks more like it's got a heart, but both of them are very similar. So I feel you're about to meet someone who has the literal key to your heart. Okay, and the fact that you got that sentence about 2 people who loved and lost, I feel both of you, you've kept your heart locked for quite some time, and now it's time to open it, but you're opening it to the right one. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Keys may also be relevant in some way, but I feel it's relevant because you'll move in with this person, you'll settle down, you'll live with this new person that's coming in. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Cancerians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.